Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this look right here. It is perfect for fall, perfect for Thanksgiving. I feel like it is just an overall super versatile look. You can use it during the holidays. You can use it just like right now if you wanted to. I think it is so cute. I love the bold lip as well. But as always, you can always change out the lip color for more of a nude lip. But I feel like I always wear the same lip combo. So I was like, okay, let's switch it up for today's video. So before we jump into today's video, I wanted to talk about a really special brand that I just recently discovered. And I'm super excited to be working with them on today's video. And the brand that I'm talking about is called Dossier. So if you guys have not heard of Dossier before, they're basically a brand that reproduces luxury high-end fragrances at a fraction of the price. So if you guys don't know, when you purchase a perfume, right, it's usually anywhere between $60 to $200. That's how much you can spend on a fragrance, which is mind-blowing to me. So expensive. Honestly, I have certain fragrances that I always buy, and those are just like my go-to fragrances. I never have more than 2 fragrances at a time because they're so expensive, are they not? But don't worry, I got you. So like I said, basically Dossier just creates fragrances inspired by actual fragrances that you would use, but it's at a fraction of the price. So their fragrances range anywhere between $29 to $39. And what's super cool about the brand is you do get a 30-day trial. So if you try the fragrance, you don't like it, and you're just not feeling it, you can definitely return it. It is risk-free. You do not have to worry about it. You will get a full refund, which I think is amazing, to be honest. So I quickly want to show you guys how it comes. So this is what the box looks like once you receive it in the mail. Super cute, tiny, compacted box. And when you go ahead and open up the box, it does have a little bit of information about the brand itself. So it does say that it's made in France. It is vegan and cruelty-free. So for all of my cruelty-free gals out there, this is perfect for you as well. It is a risk-free order, like I mentioned, and I'll go in more depth in a second. And it does have clean ingredients, which is phenomenal. So it also comes with this little card inside of the box, and it just tells you the name of the fragrance you chose and what fragrance it was inspired by. So I did get 2 fragrances. The first one here is called Floriental Cedarwood. It's inspired by Mugler's Alien. So I chose this fragrance purposely. Why? Let me tell you why. Because I'm never going to recommend something that I do not think is good, and Alien is just one of those perfumes that is very difficult to replicate. It's a very unique scent. It's probably not a scent for everybody, but I personally love it. And you guys, it is identical. Like, you would not be able to tell that this is not the actual Alien fragrance, which blows my mind. This is incredible. So let me just show you guys quickly exactly how the risk-free order works. So you do get the full-size bottle in here, which is this bottle right here. It is a 50 ml bottle. Now, you guys can see on this side over here, you do have a little sample. So how it works is you get the sample so you can test it out, see if you like it, spray it on yourself, wear it for a few days. If you don't like it, then you will return the bottle. You want to make sure that this bottle is completely closed. You do not want to open it or use it, because then you can't return it, you know? So I think that is such an amazing idea. I love that they do this, because not only is it affordable, but guys, it's risk-free. So if you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund, which I love. I never like committing to things that I have to get shipped to me, because most of the time things online are not exactly how they seem or appear to be. When you get it delivered to your house, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is not what I thought I ordered, and now I'm stuck with it. Well, with Dossier, they have an amazing return policy, like I just mentioned. So I think that is awesome. And then the second fragrance that I got is called Floral Lavender, and this one is inspired by YSL's Libre. It's another really amazing perfume. It smells so good, and this is identical. This is another perfume that if I was wearing this and the girl next to me was wearing YSL Libre, you would not be able to tell which one of us was not wearing the actual fragrance. It is amazing. And like I said, it looks exactly the same. It comes with this bottle, and then it does have the little sample so you guys can test as well. So super excited, like I said, to be working with them in today's video. I think this is such an amazing idea. Even if you're somebody who wants to get someone a fragrance for the holiday season, if you want to get yourself a fragrance, but as you guys know, obviously we are all going through some hard times, and with this pandemic, things are just really expensive right now. So this is definitely a perfect way for you to treat yourself and not not spend too much money. So Dossier was kind enough to give me a coupon code. It is Tatanisha10 at the checkout. So if you guys are interested and you do want to try out one of the fragrances, I will leave all the information down below in the description box for you guys. So you can go ahead and check there. And yeah, that's basically it about that. So we're going to jump into today's video. Before we jump in, I wanted to mention, can you guys see my decor on the shelving? So obviously Halloween is over. We all know, girl, it's done, thankfully, because Halloween looks heavy under pressure. But it's time for the holiday season, and I'm really excited because Christmas is one of my favorite holidays ever. So as you guys can see, it looks like Christmas just threw up all over my shelves, and I am obsessed. So I'm really excited. Like I said, this is going to be the first holiday inspired look I'm bringing to you guys, and I'm really excited to show you guys which eyeshadow palette I used for today's look. It's a new shadow palette. It's actually 2 new eyeshadow palettes. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. Before we jump in, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. And of course, without further ado, if you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look today, then just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so jumping straight into today's makeup look, I'm going to be using the P.OUISE base as always. It's not an eyeshadow look, okay, girl, without my P.OUISE base. So, of course, I'm going to be prepping my eyelids with this. I do put on a generous layer of this primer. You definitely need to in order for it to work its best, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and just blend that out. And then for eyeshadow today, we're going to be using the Makeup by Mario. This is his Master Mattes palette, a full matte moment, and I love it. So good. And these don't have shade names, they have shade numbers, so I'm just going to be pointing at them in today's video. That way I can show you guys obviously which shade I'm using. So I'm first going in with this brown shade, and as always I'm packing this color into the crease just to build up that intensity. They blended super well, packed on very well, and as you guys can see, the colors are very intense. And then I went in with a clean brush, which is the brush that I'm using here, and with no additional product. Like I said, this is a completely clean brush. I'm just making sure that I'm diffusing that outer part of that crease because I want to make sure that it looks nice and blended. So I'm basically just diffusing that line that we created. And then I'm going to go in with this brown right here, which is a really beautiful color, probably one of my favorites. And I'm going to start to actually use this on the upper part of where that shadow ends, just to make sure it looks nice and blended. Because honey, you want this to look as smoky and blown out as possible. And then I'm going to go into that brown right there, and I'm actually going to pack this right into the socket of my eye. This is where I want to have the most depth, and that's why I'm going to be using the darkest shade there. And then I'm going to go into this brown. I feel like I'm like this brown. They're like all browns, just different shades. And I'm going to pack this one onto the eyelid. After that, I decided to go into like this tan color. I tried to use as many shades as possible in this palette, and this is the last color I'm going to be using in the mattes palette. I used this to give it that really diffused, blown out kind of look, if you guys get me. And this color combo was just perfect, and I'm using a big fluffy brush. So moving on to the next Makeup by Mario palette. This is called the Master Metallics. This palette is gorgeous, you guys. It is so beautiful. The camera does not do it justice. So I'm going to be using that bronzy color that you see there. But first, I'm actually going to prep my lid with some glitter adhesive. This one here is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The most amazing glitter glue ever. I love it so much, but it is super liquidy. So I did apply it to my eyelid. I kind of dried it down just a little bit. And then of course I went over top with that shadow. And as you guys can see, it literally looks like liquid metal. It was so gorgeous. I really do feel like the glitter adhesive did help it stick a little bit better. It made it just a little bit more intense, but the shadow on its own is also beautiful. So there's no cut crease. I just packed this all over the lid, and then I'm going to be jumping into the same shade that we used on the eyelid, and I'm going to put this on the outer part and inner part of my eye. And honey, this is what I like to call my lazy girl halo eye. This is going to give you that really beautiful halo eye effect without having to worry about the pressure of doing a cut crease. This is the perfect way to start getting used to a halo eye, and I think it is so beautiful and so beginner friendly. So after that, I went into the black eyeshadow in the Makeup by Mario palette, and I just put this on my lash line. And this step right here is basically just going to help so when we put on our falsies, we still have that really beautiful smoky effect. So super exciting. In today's video to prep my lashes, I'm using the new Morphe mascara. I actually really liked this mascara. It's like a more affordable version of the Better Than Sex from Too Faced. I think they are very similar. Even the brush is super similar. It's like that hourglass shape. And I did like it for the top of my lashes. So I did go ahead and do that. Popped on my falsies off camera, and now we can move on to the face. So I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. No surprise here. I love this primer. It is such an amazing gripping primer. Now, in today's video, it was almost that time of the month. I know, TMI, but I had this horrible breakout and it's super red. So let's go ahead and cover it really quickly. I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This one is in the shade Custard. I actually use this anytime I conceal my brows, which is every time I do my brows. So I basically use this every time I do my makeup. But guys, it is amazing for breakouts as well. Do you see the coverage? Where's the redness? It's gone. It is amazing. So now I'm going to go in with foundation. This is the Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Foundation. Mine is in the shade of 4.0, and this foundation is just amazing. It is full coverage. It lasts all day, and even though it's a full coverage, it doesn't make me look cakey, which I love. And then I'm going to go in with my little tiny buffing brush that I used to put on my eye base, and I'm actually going to put the foundation in between my brows. So for cream bronzing, I'm using the Soul Body. This is the Face and Body Bronzing Cream. This one is in the shade Medium. So beautiful as well. If you have not tried this yet, you are truly missing out, and ColourPop always has sales on their website, so definitely pick it up. And then I am going to be using a liquid blush from Rare Beauty. This one right here is in the shade Love, and as you guys can see, it is super pigmented and bright, but that is why I like to do my liquid blush before my concealer. So I'm using the same exact brush that I use to blend out my cream bronzer, and as you guys can see, it is very pigmented. One drop probably would have been enough, but it's fine. Like I said, concealer is going to go over it, and it's really going to help to neutralize it and make it look really beautiful. So I forgot to show which concealer I'm using, but girl, you guys already know. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. Such a bomb concealer, and I wanted to show you guys how much the concealer kind of tones down that blush, and it just goes from looking insane to looking really beautiful. That blush color is so beautiful. Even on a deeper skin tone, it'll be stunning. And then to go ahead and set my under eyes, I'm using my Collab Set the Stage powder. This is the third one of these powders that I'm about to finish, which is insane to me because I have a ton of powders in my collection, and I have never finished one the way I go through this powder. It is amazing. So to set the rest of my face, I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. This one specifically is in the shade Fair. And then for bronzer, I'm going in with the Jouer. I believe this is their Hydrate and Set powder. This is actually a face powder to set your face, but I use it as a bronzer in a deeper shade. This one is in the shade Tan. So beautiful, and because it's meant to be a face powder, it really is smooth and really makes your bronzer look really airbrushed. I love it. And then for blush, I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush in Bellissimo Bronze. As you guys can see, girl, I need a new one. Love that blush. It's amazing. Then I added some highlighter. I'm using the Gilded Honey highlighter from Laura Geller. And that's it for the face. Let's move back into the lower lash line. So I'm going in with the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Nude Eyeliner. One of the best, you know what, I should say the best drugstore eyeliner. It's amazing. And then jumping back into the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, I'm going in with that deep brown, of course, with a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to put this right on my lower lash line, super close to the lashes. And then with no product on this pencil brush, I'm just blending out that brown. And then with the same pencil brush, I went into the brown that I used on my eyelids, and that was basically it. The last step, of course, is some mascara on the lower lashes. So like I told you guys before, this mascara was amazing on the top lashes. Now, on the bottom lashes, I hated it. It put way too much product on my lashes. I had to literally peel off some of the mascara because it was super clumpy, so I don't recommend for the bottom lashes. So for lips, I'm going in with this Morphe lip liner. This one is in the shade Bar. It is such a beautiful, deep brown lip liner. It's gorgeous. So I just lined my lips, filled them in a little bit, and then I'm going in with this Smashbox liquid lipstick. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but it will be down below. Such a beautiful color, and it went so well with this makeup look. And that was it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and set it in place with my Morphe Luminous setting spray. Make sure the skin is nice and glowy. Dry this baby down, and girl, this look is complete. So obsessed with this look. I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out all the details about Dossier down below in the description box. And of course, as always, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.